Welcome to the Agree to Disagree podcast, episode number 3. I'm your host, Tyson Peters, alongside Jesse Harbridge, and he's finally back for episode number 3. Um, and we'll just start things off with a little quiz time. Do you want to go first, Jesse, or do you think I should go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, I guess I will be going first. Let's see if I can do this. Kobe Bryant is to the Los Angeles Lakers as Larry Bird is to the Celtics. Blank is to 3 strikes in bowling as Turkey. Army is to Navy as Alabama is to Auburn. Okay. Oh, Packers. There it is. -1. I feel like they gave you too much time for this one. Cubs. There we go. Tim Tebow went to college at Florida. Okay. Shaq was a center, obviously. Let's see. Mahomes is a quarterback. Henry's a running back. What's the Suns' mascot? I think it's the gorilla, yeah. Okay. Pedro Martinez. Oh, I think he's from the Dominican Republic. Okay, whew, that was scary. Blank is to William Perry as The Rock is to Wayne. Oh, I don't know this one. I guess I'll just guess. The boss. Oh, the refrigerator. Okay. Carrie Underwood is to blank as Victoria Beckham is to David Beckham. I don't know this one either. We'll say maybe Rob Gronkowski. I don't know. Okay. 7 Super Bowls is to Tom Brady as 11 NBA championships is to Bill Russell. Okay. Tokyo, Japan is as blank is to. Oh, where were the Paralympics at? Were they in New Zealand? No. Oh, they were in Tokyo. Okay. Who is to first base as what? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I got 75%. That's the average score. I don't know about what that last question was, but I felt like that question was a little weird, but it's okay. We'll move on to your quiz, Jesse, so you better be ready for this one. Okay, you got to click the Super Bowl winner. Okay, so here you go. Go. Job, Jesse. Um, okay, okay, so, next, it looks like we're gonna be playing, um, another game. Um, so I guess we're gonna be playing, it looks like, jersey number math, and, um, oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like Jesse can't hear me, and I can't really hear him either. Um, I don't know what's going on, guys. Jesse's back. Can you hear me? Nope. Um, I don't know why we can't hear each other. We're not muted. Um, can you hear me now? Jesse? Hmm. We're gonna figure this out. Hello? Jesse? Oh, looks like he left again. I don't know what's going on here. We were supposed to play another game, but I guess with these technical difficulties, that might not happen. Um, let's try. Hmm. Okay, well, I guess I'll just start with the next topic since we're having um that was funny. This is funny. But oh, it looks like he's back now. Can you Is that good? Can you hear me?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, I don't know what was happening there. Um, you should
Technical
learn how
difficulty.
to you should learn how to read lips.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Okay, next we're gonna be doing some jersey number math.
Oh,
Um,
do I have to do my quiz
well, I guess yeah, you can do it again. Yeah, if do you want to do it?
again? I never did it.
Well, yeah, I did it for you.
Oh, that's not fair.
Well, it's because
We
you
can go
weren't
do.
answering.
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, neither could I. But we'll do jersey number math. Okay, I'll go first. Okay,
Okay.
you got the jersey number of Jason Tatum, Russell Westbrook, and Shohei Ohtani. I tried to do a pretty easy one, but you aren't a baseball guy, so maybe you don't know that
No.
one.
Nope. I'm gonna make a guess around 46.
Whoa, whoa. Jason Tatum's number is 0.
Oh,
Russell Westbrook's number is 0. And guess what Shohei Ohtani's number is?
if it's 0, I'm gonna get off there. I'm gonna find you.
It's 17. It was 17.
Okay.
What's mine?
So you went all over the place. I stayed in the NFL. You
Okay.
got Clay Matthews,
Oh,
Marsh Falk,
oh.
and Terry Bradshaw.
You did old people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Feel like it's somewhere in like the 60s, 70s, maybe. I think I'm gonna go 73.
Mm, you were closer than I was. 92.
Oh, I
Clay
had no
Matthews is
clue what
52.
I didn't know what
Clay Matthews
Marshall Folk
52.
was.
Marshall Falk is 28, and Terry Bradshaw is 12.
I thought Marshall Folk was lower, but I guess we probably shouldn't do that one ever again. That was a bad game. um, um, I guess next we'll talk about UFC 291, and we're just going to be talking about the main event: Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier, number 2. A great main event. It was going fighting for the BMF title, and Poirier won the first matchup. The odds were in his favor, but Justin Gaethje had a high kick to the head in the second round to drop just Dustin Poirier and win. What were your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I don't watch UFC. I can say taking a kick to the head isn't very fun. So, uh, you know, these guys come out and fight obviously pretty brutally. And I'm going to say I think I'd rather be kicked out than choked out. So,
Yeah, Poirier won their last matchup, and he was favored to win this one, but Justin Gaethje pulled through for the victory. I thought he was gonna lose this one, but I thought it was gonna go to decision. He ended up getting the finish in the second round, which is a huge win for Justin Gaethje, as those two are kind of rivals. But now we'll move on into something that just started, but has been wild recently, and it's been all over the place. We got NFL training camp. It's been a hectic time right now. Let's just start off with Joe Burrow getting hurt, his calf, getting carted off the field. Do you think that'll affect the Bengals in any way during the season?
the medical staff in the NFL is very, very high end. Um, I'm hoping it's something that was just tight. He might have pulled it, need a few weeks to recover. Um, I know we're coming up on the preseason, but uh, it just kind of depends. I mean, you got to make sure you're in physical shape, and you got to make sure that you're stretching and doing everything you need to try and stay healthy. I hope it doesn't. I'd like to see Joe Burrow out there, but I guess time will tell.
Yeah, this could be huge if he cannot come back during the regular season, because obviously the Bengals are definitely making another Super Bowl push. But he was carted off the field, if that tells you anything. But then we got Jalen Ramsey, the new acquisition from the to the Dolphins. He runs into Tyreek Hill and he hurt his knee, which that's not very good, especially because they're paying him a lot of money after that trade went down. How do you feel about that one?
Um, I honestly haven't heard of that one yet. Go ahead and take that one, Ty, and see what you think on that one.
Well, I think this is a huge blow for the Dolphins if this needs further medical conditions because I mean Jalen Ramsey's the best cornerback in the league or one of the best, and I think just just like Joe Burrow, I mean, if he comes back, that'll be huge for the team. Um, and then going to the Chiefs, Kadarius Toney needs knee surgery. Um, another knee, another injury. Training camp started last weekend. D- what is going on?
Obviously, it's a bad early training camp session for a lot of these teams, and some very good players here looking at having some major issues. Uh, could change the whole scape of our run for the Super Bowl for 2023, 2024. Um, if some of these big name players aren't getting healthy.
Yeah, that is huge. I just saw this today, but Dalvin Cook was at the Jets practice, and obviously he's a free agent. Maybe he'll sign with the Jets. What do you think about that?
Possibly, the Jets are looking at having possibly a big turn up year from what they have had in the previous couple seasons. Obviously, um, Aaron Rodgers seasoned quarterback, obviously veteran. Um, he can come in and change a team around for sure. You know, if he starts getting his guys that he can hit on a normal, it'll be a game changer. It'll be a huge game changer for having a quarterback that can make accurate passes. I did see a couple reels from the the Jets training camp, and they're looking good. They're looking fairly decent, but it is training camp, and we have a long ways to go yet.
Yeah, if the Jets do sign Dalvin Cook, I feel like that'd be a lost opportunity for so many other teams, though, because they have a pretty good running back in Brees Hall, who sadly went down with an ACL tear, could have probably won Rookie of the Year. But we'll see what happens. I think if Dalvin Cook does go to the Jets, it'll increase their chances of winning. But also staying with the Jets, we'll just stay there in East Rutherford, New Jersey with the Jets. We have Aaron Rodgers taking he voluntarily took a pay cut, a $35 million pay cut on his 2-year deal with the Jets. He said that he wanted better players and like more star power around him to win a Super Bowl. So how do you feel about taking that pay cut?
Well, he left Green Bay for many reasons. Obviously, pay salary wasn't necessarily a big deal. He did make a big fuss out of it last time. Um, you know, a quarterback that's willing to take that pay cut and get some better quality, players around him. That's a somebody to keep an eye on, especially the team if they start making the right decisions and signing the right people.
Yeah, definitely. And then Stefan Diggs shows up to training camp. He was a question after OTAs, um, them fighting him, Allen fighting, and him with the coaching staff. But he did show up, and I'm pretty sure he said it was for personal reasons, but he still did show up at training camp, which is huge for the Bills, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Stephon Diggs is one heck of a wide receiver, and definitely a big target for them to be able to hit. So him showing up obviously shows a little bit about his characteristics, um, and I guess we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, he can get some things worked out.
Yeah, they do definitely have to rebuild that team chemistry. And then we got Saquon Barkley finally getting his money. He finally got the contract he wanted. He was franchise tagged. Uh, they only agreed to a 1-year deal though, so this might happen all over again next year. Worth up to $11 million, and it includes a $2 million signing bonus. So that is good for the Giants to keep him there one more year. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna let you take that one. I haven't researched that one very well. Um, so go ahead and tell me what your thoughts are and take us through that, what that looks like for the future.
Well, I mean, I think that's huge for the Giants. Obviously, they made a playoff push and they were in the playoffs, winning one game in the playoffs. And Saquon Barkley was pretty much their entire offense. So if he stays another year and hopefully for years to come for the Giants, they could be a very good contender in the NFC. And then another running back, this one does not want to stay with his team. Jonathan Taylor requests a trade, and you know what the owner said? He said, "No, I'm not trading you." So, looks like Jonathan Taylor's gonna stay at Colt until his rookie contract runs out, I guess, because he does not wanna be a Colt, and the owner does not wanna trade him. How do you feel
Well,
about that one?
I know he was seeking a contract extension, um, and it said that the contract did not go through, and so I think that put a bad taste in his mouth, um, especially if you're thinking you're doing a good job and they're not willing to give you that extension just quite yet. Obviously, that's kind of a kick to the face. I mean, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Colts not really Super Bowl contenders. Maybe Anthony Richardson this season can pull pull 'em out of the water, but we'll move back to Kansas City, And we'll talk about Travis Kelsey. They were doing some practice in the training camp, obviously, and he catches a touchdown pass, and there was a little late hit by one of his teammates, and Kelsey turns around and punches him in the helmet. And do you think the team chemistry there is just not good?
You know, it. Everybody has bad days. How you react to certain things might depend on how your day's going. Obviously, uh,
Yeah.
I think the chemistry's still there. I mean, they're a Super Bowl team every year, at least a contender. And so, do I think the chemistry's bad? No. I think maybe Kelsey was just having a bad day.
Yeah, probably. Um, he also said he's just got to be a better teammate, plain and simple. Um, which he yeah, you shouldn't really just turn around and punch your teammate in the face, but I mean, if they had an actual logical reason, I guess, but I don't think he did. Um, that's it for now. I'm sure next week there will be thousands of more injuries and stuff, but um, we'll go on to talking about so this one caught me by surprise. I hadn't really heard about this one, but Michigan and the NCAA are negotiating a investigation into the Michigan Wolverines recruiting practices that would result in a 4-game suspension for head coach Jim Harbaugh. I mean, this could be a big blow to their season. Oh, um,
You lost me. Hold on. More technical difficulties. Okay.
this could be a huge blow for Michigan's season, as you know they were this close to winning a title last season, but they were stopped by a very good team. Um, how do you feel about this if he gets suspended for 4 games? Do you think they still win those games?
The allegations, whether they're true or false, obviously that's going to be looked into. Um, and I think a 4-game suspension could hurt the team's morale. Um, I don't know how that morale is for the Michigan coach with his team, but obviously if you lose a head coach, that's going to hurt. Um, I think it could put a little dampener on their start to the season for sure.
Yeah, definitely, especially coming off that sad loss in the semifinal round. You don't want to go into the season looking all sluggish and bad. Um, anyways, let's go on to our division predictions. Obviously, we didn't make those last week because we both were not here. But we'll start with the Cleveland Browns. Week 1, they open against the Bengals, and I have them losing. What about you?
The Cleveland Browns against the Bengals. Yeah, I'm gonna have them losing that one for sure. Um,
And
especially if you
honestly,
have, especially if you have, you know, uh, their quarterback
Burrow.
back. Yeah, Burrow back. Sorry, if you have Burrow back, he's definitely that's a chalk up on the L board.
Yeah, and I also think they'll lose their next 4 or their next 3 going into the bye week 0-4. They have a really early bye week is what I noticed, which can hurt a few teams. So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you have?
So I have a loss to Pittsburgh, a loss to Tennessee, and Baltimore. I feel it might be a little bit of a challenge for them. And then yeah, bye week 5, week 5 that's a rough one. Early bye week is not, I think, is not very good. Just when
Yeah,
you
you
start
don't
getting
want
into a
the
rhythm,
early bye week, yeah.
just when you start getting into a rhythm, you start feeling out things, fixing your kinks, and you got to take a break. So,
I mean,
uh,
it might be good for them if they're going in a rhythm for losing 4 straight. So we both have them 0-4.
mm-hmm.
Um, then I have them losing to the Niners, so 0-5 going into week 7, getting their first win against the Indianapolis Colts, which I think that could be a decent game. I mean, if Jonathan Taylor doesn't get traded, which he won't. So,
Yeah,
um,
I think it'll be a decent game, but I think they come away with a W. Coming against the Seattle, I feel Seattle's going to take them. Um, Arizona, I feel like they can beat Arizona.
I
Um,
have them. I have them kinda going on a little win streak. I think they can beat the Seahawks and the Cardinals, so that's 3 straight wins for them.
Hmm.
But then the Ravens again, I don't think that's happening.
I don't think so. I mean, it could. The odds are always there, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a loss there. Pittsburgh, that'll be a good
I
game. I
think
think
they
they
win
could
that
pull a
game.
win. I was gonna say I think they could pull away with a win on the Pittsburgh. Denver, I don't know about that.
I don't
Uh,
I think they'll What were you gonna say?
I think if Denver gets their thing, their act together, they will be a team to be reckoned with. They've got the targets, so I think that could be a loss there for the Browns.
I think it's gonna
Um,
be a loss as well, but I think it'll be a pretty good game. So right now, I have them through 11 games at 4-7. Then I have them beating the Rams 5-7, losing to the Jaguars 5-8, losing to the Bears 5-9, beating the Texans 6-10, losing to the Jets or yeah, losing to the Jets 6-11, and then finishing it up or fi- 6-10, and then finishing it off with a loss to the Bengals 6-11. There you go.
yeah, I have them finishing at 8-9, um,
Oh,
and I had a couple different than you, but I mean, in the end, they're still not a team that I feel is going to be Super Bowl contenders. I mean, they've got a lot of things to work out. Deshaun Watson. We'll see. We'll just see.
yeah. Now let's just go to the Ravens. I think the Ravens could honestly start out 8-0, but they do have that game against the Bengals. I think they are going to lose, and they're going to be 7-1 heading into Week 9. What are your thoughts about that?
I'm actually right there with you. I think they have a good chance to have a very good start. Uh, it'll
But
just eh,
but they can't ever stay healthy. That's the question there.
no, no, and that's it. If Lamar Jackson can stay healthy, they would have a good shot. Um, I have them finishing out with a little bit of a lose streak at 11-6.
Okay, I had the exact same. But I do have them beating the Bengals the second time. I think they'll split the Bengals, but I do also have them at 11-6. Maybe they'll. I think that can sneak them into a 6, 7 seed, maybe even a 5 seed. But
Yeah,
I don't think they're winning the division because I think the next team we go to is going to win the division once again. You know who I'm talking about. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not the Steelers. They're not going to win the division. Um,
no,
I see the Bengals having a very good season. I have them at so right now I have them at 14-3, but I could see them losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I have them winning that game, but if they lose, a 13-4 record is not bad at all. Maybe secures the 1 seed, maybe secures the 2 seed. The 1 seed will be huge. So that game in Kansas City on New Year's Eve is going to be a big one.
yeah, definitely, definitely. That'd be one to want to be at and watch. I also have them at that same stats. I have them 3-3 in the AFC. Uh, you know, I you can always have that Jacksonville Jaguar team that any team,
I
but the Jacksonville coming out of nowhere and pulling off a win against a team like this
I
because
gave
they
them a loss against the
overreact. I still think that they're going to be the uh, obviously winning the division. Buffalo is going to be a
Yeah.
tough one. Buffalo, Kansas City
I
for sure.
I think Buffalo might not be as hard as you think because Joe Burrow kind of manhandles Buffalo, but I think there are a few toss-up games, like, they could go, like, possibly 11-6 with those toss-up games, but I
Oh yeah,
think they're just better.
yeah, and you get Joe Burrow is in newer. I'm not going to say new, but he's newer to the NFL, And so you get these teams that have a rhythm down. They see somebody new, they lose to them. Well, then they try and correct it the next time. And they're, I think once they start catching on to how he's reacting to their changes, um, that's going to be when you start seeing him struggling against these better teams that he has beat. Um, Kansas City, another one. Kansas City's, that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a good game.
That definitely will be a good game. Fun. It'll be fun to watch on a good New Year's Eve. Um, Next we got last and definitely not least, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, which they're in my book going 9-8. I have them in like the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I don't have them last by any means. I think they're going to be a decent team. They're still correcting up from losing, Roethlisberger and having a new quarterback in there. I think
Yeah,
they're
I
going to
don't
be
know
in
if
the.
yeah, I don't know if Kenny Pickett will be able to get him to a playoff spot this season, but possibly, and I think definitely in years to come for this team. But it should be a very fun division to watch by all means. Like, that's one of the more exciting divisions of football, probably one of the best. But now we're gonna talk about Stephon Diggs getting a huge extension. Or not Stephon Diggs, sorry, Trayvon Diggs, a 5-year, $97 million extension to keep playing for the Cowboys, and then Justin Herbert with also a 5-year, but he got $262.5 million extension to play with the Chargers. How do you feel about both those?
You know, um, Trevon Diggs, Cowboys. I mean, to me, when you think of the Cowboys, you think of um, it's the Yankees of the NFL. Money's really not an option for them. So I don't know. You get a good wide receiver, and obviously you want to keep him around. But man, 97 million. That's one heck of a deal. Um,
He did
and
lead the
Justin Herbert.
league in
Go ahead.
he did lead the league in interceptions, I think, a few years ago. So that's
I
he
said
might
wide
not be.
receiver. Back. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if any cornerback's worth 97 million, but
Yeah. So
obviously, yeah. How do you feel about
Herbert got
that?
a.
262.5 million. How do you feel about that?
I
That,
I
that's a lot of
think
money there,
it's
Tyson.
yeah. I think that's well deserved, honestly, because like he's been playing good football. He wasn't the best last year. Wasn't the worst. He's top 10 quarterback in the league. Definitely gonna be the future of the Chargers.
Break that down for me. How does that compare to Mahomes?
Well, Mahomes,
Mahomes got
I think
500 million, right?
yeah, for 10
For
years, I
10
think.
years. So so
Yeah.
so these quarterbacks, I think the quarterbacks are being paid too much. The
Oh,
NFL is going absolutely
you think?
crazy with these contracts.
Oh,
I mean, if he did this twice, I mean, look at that. He's looking at over $600 million.
just wait until we get to the soccer contract at the end.
I don't want to hear about that. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Uh, okay. Today we're gonna do today's immaculate grid. Jesse wasn't here last time when we did it, so we basically have to play someone who played for each team. So I'll
Hmm.
start us off. I'll do something first. I'll go with Jimmy Garoppolo. And if anything comes to mind for you, um, then say
Patriots
it.
and the Raiders.
The Patriots the Patriots in Wisconsin is a tough one. But what's his name? The guy that The one from the Patriots who scored the touchdown against the Falcons in the Super Bowl to win it. Oh, is that? I think that's James White. I don't think it's
White.
Rex
That would be
Burkhead.
White.
Yeah,
White.
there we go.
Did
Let's go.
What about Falcons? Did Matt, the quarterback,
Matt Ryan? No. He
did he
he plays
play
for the
for the?
Colts.
Oh, he
Oh,
went to the
oh,
Colts. Huh?
this one's easy. This one's easy. Calvin
What does
Ridley.
that say? 3+. What does it
Uh,
say?
I'll tell you in a second. Receiving 3+ receiving touchdowns in one game. So Calvin Ridley was. I watched that game. He did have those stats. Um. Okay. Raiders and 3 receiving touchdowns. I'm
Jerry
trying to think
Rice?
of all the
No, not
too
Jerry
late
Rice.
or too early.
Um,
Oh, did Michael Crabtree?
Crabtree. Was it Crabtree?
I think yeah. Oh, I hate spelling Michael. Crabtree. I think he did. Oh, please say we're right. Let's go. Okay, we got 5 guesses left, 5 spots left. We can't miss one here. I think the
Wisconsin. He threw
Wisconsin's.
a college team in there.
I didn't
I
make
don't.
this. It's just
Oh,
today's.
okay.
Um, did Lee Evans? I don't know if Lee Evans had. Let's try it. Let's try it. Lee Evans. Okay, that was huge because I think the Wisconsin ones are hard. Um,
Who played for? Where did? Where did? What was his name? Ray Lewis play. Did he play for Wisconsin?
mm, no, I don't think so. I don't think he played for Wisconsin. There's no way, right?
I don't
Uh,
think so.
yeah, I don't think he did either. Oh, I am. How did I miss this one? This one's easy. Calais Campbell. I don't know how to spell Calais. Calais.
Put Campbell.
There we go. Yeah, that one was easy. Oh, Falcons Patriots Cordero Patterson. I can't spell Cordero. Cordero Patterson. Okay.
Raiders and Baltimore.
Was did oh, did oh, I don't know if Rock Yassin played for both teams. I know he played for the Ravens. I don't know if I thought he went to somewhere. I th-
Try it.
might as well. Oh, okay. Okay.
Was
One more
that good or
guess.
bad? Does it show up red if we get it wrong?
No. If we get it wrong, it doesn't show up. We've got them all right so
Oh,
far.
okay. Yeah, you're on your own
If
on this Wisconsin one. I don't know very many Wisconsin um, players.
did that
More,
one offensive what? I think there was an
trying to
offensive
think.
lineman. I think his name was Kevin like Ziegler or something that played for the Ravens in Wisconsin. I think he
Kevin
was like an
Ziegler.
offensive lineman. Yeah, see? Zietler or whatever. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he either played for the Ravens
Guard.
or like the Steelers or the Browns or something.
Yeah, try it. What is it gonna hurt?
Yeah, last guess. Hey, we did it.
There you go.
We completed it. Okay, that's good. That is good. Yeah, we'll do
Oh,
those every episode too now, but
that's pretty fun.
that one was kind of hard. Yeah. I didn't know about that one really. That Wisconsin was throwing me off.
Yeah, Wisconsin was
Um,
not a good one for me.
yeah, could have been any other college, I guess. But next we got a crazy thing. So, the NBA, obviously, they make a lot of money and just like the NFL, they pay their players a lot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel about Jaylen Brown getting the largest contract in NBA history at 5 years, $304 million?
Again, I think these sports teams in general are getting paid way too much. Way too much. I
Yeah,
mean, have
especially, I mean, J Jaylen Brown has a lot to work on during this offseason if he wants to live up to that $304 million, but he'll stay with the Celtics for 5 years. Okay, let's move on to the MLB, and we'll just talk about the games from today and yesterday. So, yesterday,
find it here.
we
What do we got?
what?
What do we got for yesterday?
Oh, yeah, the Blue
I'm trying to pull
Jays
it up.
beat the Angels 6-1. Tigers beat the Marlins 5-0. Marlins kind of losing their momentum they had. Luis Ariz might not be playing up there anymore. Um, we got the Pirates beating the Phillies. Nationals beat the Mets 11-6. White Sox beat the Guardians 7-2. Then the Royals got a win against the Twins 10-7 in the worst division in baseball. Um, Yankees 8-3 over the Orioles. The Orioles have been playing very good baseball. 5-1 win for the Cubs over their division rival, the Cardinals. A huge Astros win, 17-4, defeating
That's
the
not a win.
Rays,
That's a
who
spanking.
defeating the Rays, who used to be hot but are not hot anymore. They have fizzled out. The Giants, who are now starting to get a little hot, beat the Red Sox 3-2. Best team in baseball beats the Brewers 11-5. The Athletics beat the Rockies, no surprise there, 11-3. Mariners fall to the Diamondbacks 4-3. Padres beat the Rangers 4-0, and the Dodgers beat the Reds 3-2. It was a wild day in baseball here. Now today we have a few games that are currently live, but the
The Yankees in
Angels,
Baltimore,
that
nine
game's, yeah,
three in the seventh, bottom of the seventh.
yep.
You think the Yankees can pull it off?
I think so. The Yankees are like a weird team because like they're like they're in like a good division. They have a good record, but like they're not playing good. You know?
Right, right. They're just not. They're not clicking right now.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll
They're
win
gonna
it.
come
I
back
think
in
the
600.
Orioles. I think the Orioles win it because they're one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. Then, we'll just go. Padres beat the Rangers 5-3. Reds 9-0 over the Dodgers 4-0. Mariners over Diamondbacks 4-3. Giants over Red Sox. Oh, the Rockies got a win 2-0 against the Athletics. 3-0 Cardinals over Cubs. And oh my gosh, the Astros just keep beating on the Rays 22-6. No, I'm just kidding. The Rays
I'm gonna
won
say I'm
8
not seeing that here, Ty.
The Rays win 8-2. The Royals win 2-1. The Guardians win 5-0. Mets win 5-2. Marlins win 8-6. Pirates win 6-4. Braves win 8-6. And finally, the Angels defeat the Blue Jays 3-2. And we'll look at the MLB
Okay,
standings
hold
now
on.
after that.
Time out. Time out. Time out.
Timeout, timeout.
Maybe I'm old. I don't watch a lot of baseball, obviously. Until he gets to the World Series, I enjoy a live game. How long ago did the Cleveland Indians change their name to the Guardians?
I think it was like a few years ago. I'm glad you used the timeout sign, though. That was good.
Holy cow!
But yeah, it was a few
Old.
years ago.
I'm getting old.
It's just it's yeah, because I remember when they were in the World Series in 2017 against the Cubs, and they were
Yep.
the Indians, and then
Yep.
but yeah, I think it might have been 2020, like the same as the Commanders and the football, how they were the football team. B- But I mean, let's look at the standings. We'll
Okay.
start with the AL Central. We got the worst division in baseball, the AL Central. The team leading that division, the Twins, are 54 and 53, just barely over 500. And then you got the Guardians at 500, a half a game back. And then the Tigers under 500 are only 6.5 games back. The White Sox are 11 back, and the Royals are still 22 back, barely breaking 30 wins a few days ago. Um, how do you feel about this division? Because I think it's the worst in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, to have the best team only be over 500 by one game, I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty rough. I mean, you're always going to have one division that isn't going to be the strongest, but that's pretty rough. And to be 47 and 59 as the Detroit Lions and be down
Tigers.
only, or Tigers, and only be down 6.5 games, that's, you have a chance at least.
Yeah, I mean they're only 6.5 games back, so that's good for them. And then we go to the best division in baseball, the AL East with the Orioles still atop the division. I'm going for them. I want them to win this division because that's just cool because the Orioles are usually bad. They're 63 and 41. See, if you look at it, they're in first place, 63 and 41. And then you go up to the other division, 54 and 53. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But
Well, look at it this way too. Worst team in that league, the New York Yankees, 55 and
yeah,
49. They're still
and they're
better.
only 8 games back. They're only
Yeah,
8
and they're
games
still
back.
better than the best in the Central.
Yeah, and then you got the Rays only 1 game back, and then the Blue Jays 5, and the Red Sox 7. It's gonna be a tight race for that division, but if the
Be tight.
Rays keep falling, it's not gonna be good for them.
No.
And there you are, the Rangers. You said the Astros were gonna push out the Rangers. It's getting close to playoffs. No, it's not. They still have pretty much half the season left, but the Rangers still atop the division by 1.5 games, and you already know the Athletics are out of this division. They have 30 wins.
Oakland could
They're
pull it off.
they're 31 games back. But then you have the Mariners in fourth, only 6.5 games back, and then 5.5 for the Angels. It's a close division. It's also going to be a tight race, just like the AL East. But then let's move over to the National League. We got the Central. Um, the Rays or the Reds. Sorry, um, the Reds. I'm happy that they are still atop the division by only half a game, though, after their win today against the Dodgers. Brewers in second, and only 4 games back is the Cubs. Pirates are 10 out, and the Cardinals are still 11 out. This
You
division
know,
also could.
it's still a tight race there. I mean, it's another
That's what
tight division,
that's what I was gonna
but
say.
it's not that bad. I mean, you're within 11 games of each other, and that's from top to bottom, man. And Milwaukee has a chance to go ahead and overtake that. I mean, they're only half a game behind.
Yeah, and the cool thing you look at here is that the Cubs are 8-2 in their last 10. That's why they pushed up so far, and now they're a game above 500. And then you got the Reds who are 7-3. That's why they've pushed the Brewers to second place, and the Brewers are only 4-6, and they've lost 3 straight. So
Yep.
huge for the Reds that they've gotten hot right here. And then we go to the NL East, and we have a division I think probably out of out of the way. I think the Braves win it.
Yeah, Bray. I mean, you're sitting 67 and 36, and you're
I mean,
next still
second,
11 and a half games out.
yeah,
I think that division is pretty much clinched up. I mean, Miami could have a win streak, and Atlanta would have to be falling again. But I think that one's clinched up there. I mean, the
yeah,
Washington, they're what are they, 24 and a half games back?
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
huge
think
gap.
that's pretty much a clinched division. And then we got another close division, except for the last place team. We got the NL West. The Diamondbacks were ahead in this division at the start of the All Star break. And then come 2 weeks later, and the Dodgers are in first. The Diamondbacks are in third, 4 games back. And the Giants are in second, 2 games back. And then the Padres in fourth, 8 games back. Padres just under 500. And then the Rockies, obviously, 18.5 games back. But Dodgers just kept winning.
Yeah,
and the Diamondbacks
Dodgers.
couldn't.
They're a good team. I mean, again, they've got people nipping at their heels, and it's going to take them continuing to pull off these W's in order to stay there, obviously. But they're going
Yeah,
to have
totally.
these other teams fall, or they're going to have this
Yeah,
close race the entire way through.
yeah, and then look at the Diamondbacks. They're 2-8 in their last 10. That's not a recipe for success there.
No.
Um, you know what? We'll move on to a little sadder news, like not happy news.
What
Bronny
is sad?
James,
How do you do that? Sad is not happy.
sad is not happy.
Yeah, sad is not happy.
Um,
We're gonna talk about
Bronny
James.
James.
Yeah.
Bronny
How
James
about that?
suffers cardiac arrest at USC's basketball practice. He collapses on the floor. Luckily, he is out of ICU and he's home. And I just want to say, what's up with like what's next? Do you think the NHL will have someone who gets cardiac arrest? Because like first the NFL, then basketball. Like
Well,
what is going on?
I just got done with the CPR class, and cardiac arrest is obviously can happen to the best shaped person. It's not all about your physical condition. It's not going to be people that are overweight and obese that get this cardiac arrest, and you know some of it can be genetic. And so you're looking at these players. I'd like to know if Ronnie James had any history. Does LeBron
Yeah.
James have any history of cardiac arrest? I mean, even into the NFL, how many players now have we had that have had cardiac arrest? It's something to take serious, and something the younger players, even kids in high school like yourself, you know, need to be aware of the signs. It's something serious that needs to be taken seriously, and obviously I wouldn't say necessarily a health check for players, but definitely keep an eye on your physical condition.
Yeah. Glad he's out of ICU though. Um, and thoughts and prayers to his family. But hopefully he's okay and he can still be one of the best basketball players in his class and get drafted high in the draft next year.
Absolutely.
Um, Next, let's get to true or false. We're still keeping score. I'm winning 4-3, it looks like. So
Oh,
I'll, I'll go first. I'll go first.
yeah. You probably let me find my true and
I
false question.
I
There we go.
had these for I had these from last episode before you told me you weren't going to be there. So I didn't have to look any more up. Okay. This one's
Okay.
a little obscure, but you got it. In the Finnish wife carrying competition's men's race, where the husband has to carry his wife the length of the course, the winner gets the lady's weight in reindeer meat. True or false? I mean, it's a 50-50.
Reindeer meat. Oh my
The women's
gosh.
body weight in reindeer meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's true.
It's actually false. It was some other meat. I can't really remember because I looked
Oh,
this
it's
up a
not
while ago.
reindeer, really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay.
Um, Golf has various versions of rules such as skins, bingo, bango, bongo, and Stilborgford. I don't know. True or false?
True.
That is true. Okay, we're tied up 4-4 now. Um, this one's a quote. Kobe Bryant said, "I've never lost a game. I just ran out of time." True or false?
True.
That's false. It was actually Michael Jordan.
Oh, it's Michael Jordan.
I can see both of them saying that
I
though.
should say I
But
definitely.
this one was weird. Javelin uses the terms dummy, rough, and trumps.
True.
That's false. You should know
What?
that. You should
Has
know
been.
that.
I've slept since then. Dummies.
Table. I think it was from another sport. I don't know what though. Table tennis playing area is precisely 9 feet long by 5 feet wide. True or false?
I'm gonna stay on the running of true. And let me
That
guess.
is
Mark has
correct.
Mark been commenting on here about how I've been doing so poorly on this, and you're just not
No,
showing
he
him to.
actually hasn't said how bad you have been doing.
Okay. Well, at least there's that.
You can start commenting how bad he's doing though. It looks like the score is now 5-4, and you got 2 out of 3. I went a little harder this time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
my true and false questions here are a little bit over the place. I found a better website, so we're gonna figure it out. In cricket, a score of 111, so 111, is referred to as a Nelson.
A Nelson. I'll say true.
That is correct. It's a piece of
Let's
cricket
go.
slang.
Looks like we're tied 5 apiece, and I've only done one.
Yeah, well, basketball
Can't.
player Michael Jordan was 6 foot 1 inches tall.
That is so false. I'm pretty sure he was 6'6".
Well, you're false either way. So if you answered that with a number, is that still false?
No, I said he. You
Do
said
I
he's 6'1", and
do
I
I have
said
to take
false.
do I have to take him as 6'6"? No, he was 6'5". You're right.
Yeah,
It was false, but he was 6'5".
yeah. So I'm up 6-5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. 6'5".
Yeah. Ha ha ha. The Indy 500 automobile race is actually raced over 300 miles.
Let's see. Indy 500. That's 500 laps. I would do the math, but I have no clue how big the track is. So I'll just say true.
False. It's raced over 500 miles, hence the name.
Oh wow.
Mo-
Oh, I
most of
thought
those, most of those, like Talladega and all those, the number after is how many miles they are.
I thought that's laps.
Mo- no, miles. And I don't know how
Yeah.
long tracks are. I know the tracks differ.
Okay.
Um, in the Summer Olympics, Michael Phelps has won more gold medals than the country of Greece.
Probably. He's won so many. I'll say true.
False. Michael Phelps has won
It's one
23,
less. One less, isn't
and
it?
and as of 2022, they have won 44.
Oh, that's not. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though. Michael Phelps is a beast.
Steve Cram won an Olympic gold medal.
Who?
Steve Cram.
In what?
I don't know. That's a question that I found. I just went random.
True.
I can't even find it again. Where did it go? Oh, 7.
True.
False. Cram won a
Are you
silver medal
serious?
in the 1500 meter in
Who is Cram?
1984. He's a 1500 meter runner from 1984 Olympic Games.
That's like
that
me
was a
saying.
little BS. That was a little BS. I didn't know that one.
That's like me saying Bob won a gold medal. True or false? Who's Bob?
It's 50
You don't know.
50. It's 50-50. We don't know. We don't
Okay.
know.
We'll
It's all
we'll
in
go to the
fun.
Women's World Cup. The Women's World Cup. It's been a wild World Cup. You got one of the host nations, New Zealand, getting eliminated today after their draw with Switzerland 0-0. And then Norway defeats Philippines to advance with a 6-0 win, and also Switzerland advanced. Um, and then Colombia beat Germany 2-1 today. Let's look at the groups. We got Group A. Um, we got Switzerland and Norway already in the knockout stage. New Zealand and Philippines are eliminated. Too bad for them. Group B, Nigeria in first place going into their final match tomorrow. Canada, the host nation Australia, needs to get a win or them and New Zealand will both be out. And then Ireland is also in last place with no chance of getting in. Spain is atop Group C with Japan, both not have lost a match yet at 6 points each. And then Costa Rica and Zambia play each other tomorrow to see who goes home with at least maybe 1 point. Group D, England sits atop the group with 6 points, Denmark with 3 in second, China in third with 3, and Haiti still in last with 0. Then we got Group E, the United States of America. They're atop the group with 4 points as they had a draw with the Netherlands, who are in second with 4 points. They'll play Portugal tomorrow, I think. Portugal's in third with 3 points, and then Vietnam in last with 0 points. Group F, France in first with 4 points. Jamaica tied with them with 4 points. Brazil with 3, and Panama with 0. Group G, Sweden with 6 points. Italy with 3 points. South Africa with 1, and Argentina in last in that group with 1. And then finally, Group H, Colombia with 6 points, Germany with 3, Morocco with 3, and the Korea Republic with 0 points. So, US, they had a draw against the Netherlands, which is surprising because they were supposed to steamroll every team, but the teams that are looking like they could take down the United States are Norway, England, Spain, Japan. They've all looked very good, and it might be a toss up. It's going to be a really good knockout stage. What do you think?
I don't watch soccer. I honestly don't know, Ty. I don't follow it.
It's
I,
okay.
I
It's okay.
I can't comment on it. I'm not gonna comment on it.
That's fine. I don't know much about soccer, but it's the Women's World Cup, so you gotta talk about it. Let's move on to some men's soccer. Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Offers Kylian Mbappe 700 million for 1 year if he would have agreed, which he didn't. He would have also gotten a $300 million transfer fee from PSG, which amounts to about $1 billion. It's like roughly like $1.1 billion, which is crazy for a soccer player. So, but he didn't accept the offer. But all the Saudi Arabian people are trying to like buy everything now and
Like
use
live
all their
golf
money.
or live
Yeah.
golf or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
talking about. Yeah.
same thing. Like
The Saudi
ridiculous.
Arabians are trying to get everything, use all their money they have, but like over $1 billion for one player, that's like wasting your entire team's budget. You can't pay anyone else.
Yeah. Who's the actor who bought a football team? Um, I say football, soccer. Let me correct myself. Soccer team over there. Gosh, what is his name? He plays Deadpool.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. Didn't he buy a soccer team?
I don't know.
That'd be a good one to look up.
Yeah. Um, okay, since we don't know much about soccer, that's why that segment was so short. We'll talk about some college basketball. We're gonna blind rank college basketball teams. You can rank yours first, okay? I'll give you 5 teams here.
Okay.
Okay. First team, the defending national champions, the Yukon Huskies. This is men's college basketball, by the way, not women's.
Okay. Hmm. If I put them at 1, that's automatically gonna be. I'm gonna put them at 2.
You're gonna put them at 2. Um,
Yep.
looks like he actually did buy a team.
Yeah,
Don't know,
thought so.
Wrexham. Um,
Wrexham.
interesting. Um,
Yeah.
but okay, next team, Kansas Jayhawks.
5.
Be
Is there a
honest. You
10?
gotta be
Can I put
honest.
them at 10?
You gotta be
Uh,
honest. Y-
gosh. You just had to
It's
put them in there, so I had to rank them higher.
it's based on how
You not see my
skillful they
hat?
are.
Gosh,
I was
I
thinking about
have to
putting
admit,
K-State on there.
I
Their
have to admit
basketball program's good.
their basketball program is amazing, and they had a heck of a recruiting year. I'm gonna put them at 1.
Okay, I don't disagree. Okay, next we have Purdue.
Purdue. Hmm.
They were the best team going into last year's March Madness, but they did get upset in the first round.
I'm gonna put them at 4.
4, so you're leaving 3 open and
Yep.
5.
Yep.
I really wish you would have left 1 open. We have Dayton.
5.
5. Oh, okay. At your number 3 is Mount St. Mary's.
Mount St. Mary's, huh?
Didn't know that college existed until about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's pretty
Mount St.
crazy.
Mary's.
Mount St. Mary's.
Man, so your list was Kansas, UConn, Mount St. Mary's, Purdue, Dayton. You should have had Purdue at 3.
I know.
Like
I know.
like what are you doing, you little child?
All right. You ready? I don't have a lot of information on the backstory of them, but I'm going to start out with the Tar Heels.
Okay, UNC's
North
been pretty good
Carolina.
throughout their they didn't make the tournament last year, which so I'll put them at 2 since they have good history, but
2.
they didn't make the tournament last year.
Okay. My next one, I'm trying to figure out how I want to give them to you.
Just give them to me in the order you want.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, they always let me down. I always have them winning it or making it to the Final Four, and they always choke, putting them at 4. They don't have the history either.
Okay. I've got the Hoosiers, Indiana.
Ooh, they have some decent history. I'll put them at 3.
3.
I'm saving 1 and 5, so I have the top and the bottom right here.
Yep, you have the top and the
Please.
bottom. I'm gonna give
You're probably gonna
you
come on.
Florida Atlantic. I didn't know
5.
the Owls.
5. 5. They made it
You
to the
don't think
Final Four once.
it could happen? Your last team is
They're
TCU.
okay.
That wasn't a bad strategy, though. That wasn't a bad strategy. Not leaving 1 open. I mean, I didn't give you any hot Super 1 contenders, so kind of
Well, I
like
mean, North Carolina has really good history, so I probably
they
should have
do.
put them at 1.
They do, but like you said, I don't know. I don't. I see KU being a hot topic this year. I do, and I am
Yeah.
not a KU fan at all. But they had a really good recruiting this year. So
This is my new favorite team, Mount St. Mary's. You'll love to see it. But let's move on to our final thing. 20 questions. I'm currently winning 9 to 18. 9 to
you kind of cut
18.
out there. I was gonna say your math is off, Ty.
No, I said 9 to 8 because I
Okay.
don't know why, and then I said 18. I didn't cut out.
All right. I'm going first this time. Like I'm
Okay.
asking you questions first,
Okay, fine.
or you're asking me questions. However this works, you're
Oh,
asking me
I
questions
asked
first.
you questions first last time, so whatever.
Did you?
Or no,
Oh,
you asked me questions first.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay, here we go. Um, we're doing current NFL players still.
Oh, current.
You
I'm
didn't know
joking.
that?
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
We might switch it up next episode.
Okay.
Okay, first, um, AFC or NFC or AFC.
You can't
Forgot
give
it's
me
yes or
that.
no questions. AFC.
Yes.
North,
No.
East,
No.
West.
Yes.
Oh, another AFC West player. Offense.
Yes.
Okay, that's 5.
Yeah, I've got you. I've got you here.
Okay. Just don't want you cheating. Um, uh, Chiefs.
No.
Dang. Broncos.
No.
Raiders.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to put them on the Chargers again. Running back.
No.
Quarterback.
No.
Receiver.
Yes.
Shoot. Who? Oh, I'm trying to think. A receiver on
I
the
got you at double
Raiders.
digits this time, so I'm happy.
A receiver on the Raiders. Did you do? Oh yeah, they're current. They're current. Oh, come on. Let's go with Devontae Adams.
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't know. I
You're
was
at
gonna say
11. Or
11.
12. 12. 12. Sorry. Because you count
I'll
the
watch
last
it
game.
over to me. Yeah, you
You
count the
count the
last one
last.
because
Yeah.
so 12.
Yep.
So 12 plus 9 is 21. Okay, so I'm at 21. You're at 18. You have to guess it in 3 to tie me.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm excited.
We're going to start off with AFC.
AFC. No.
So it's NFC. North.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh.
That's not good.
Bears.
No.
Surely you're not going to do it. Packers.
Yep. It's 4.
Offense.
No.
Ooh.
5. Do you know your team's defenders?
Ooh. Jeez. Cornerback.
Yes. No.
Oh my gosh, I gotta remember how to say his name. Oh, I cannot remember his name now. And I think he got traded anyways. Get traded. There's got to be
You
a
know what?
time limit here.
There's a timer now. Yeah, there's a timer. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Juju. No, that's not it. God, I can't remember his name.
3, 2, 1. That takes a question. Your time resets. You're at 7.
Can we look things up or no?
I'll
God,
give
I
it to
can't
you
remember his name.
once. Look at the chat. Just
Look at
kidding.
what?
The chat's wrong. The chat's wrong. Just so you know.
I can't
Just
see
so
the
the guy
chat.
in the chat knows. Well, the guy commenting in the chat's wrong. He hasn't gotten one right.
Not Williams. No, it's not Juju Smith. It's
Another question.
Dick.
You're at 8.
Dick's.
No.
What is his?
No.
Why would you do this to me, Ty? My own team. How dare
You're
you?
you're at 8 questions. You got 10 seconds.
How do you do this to me?
Just look up cornerbacks for the Packers. Come on.
Alexander.
There it is. Took you
Yeah.
9.
God. Alexander.
27-21. And this guy in the comments does not know what he's doing. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who's that guy?
I was thinking of the
That guy.
old cornerback that got
That
traded.
guy.
Let me see who he was.
I'll tell that guy in the comments he was wrong.
Let me see. I was thinking of
Oh yeah, blame Google. Blame Google. Okay.
no. Who's blaming? Oh, is the gentleman in the comments blaming Google?
Yes, he is.
Woodson. Nope, 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 nope,
I
nope,
said
nope.
current players.
I know. I was thinking of someone else. Sharper. No, current. God, what is his name? Haha Dix. Haha.
Oh,
That's
haha,
who I was
Clinton
thinking.
Dix.
Yes, that's who I was thinking. But he got traded, didn't he? He's traded. He's off the Packers now. But
Okay.
okay,
Well,
what do we got?
that that wraps up our episode, but we will not be posting an episode next weekend. We both will not be here. So be looking forward to an episode in a little bit longer. But it might be also a longer episode because there's going to be a lot to talk about that's happened in the span we will be gone. But we'll see
In
you
the
for,
realm of sports, anywhere
yeah,
from wife carrying across the line for meat to soccer.
we'll see if there's any more injuries at training camp. We'll see what happens. And thanks so much for watching. See ya.